Alright you guys, so should you live in downtown San Diego? In this video, I'm gonna go over 5 reasons that you should consider living in downtown San Diego, and I'm also gonna give you a detailed guide on all 7 neighborhoods that make up downtown San Diego. So downtown San Diego is pretty much world famous. Most people have heard of at least the Gaslamp Quarter. It's a huge tourist destination and it's a great place to visit as well if you live anywhere in San Diego. Living in downtown San Diego is a whole nother experience. So first and foremost, you have to remember downtown San Diego is a city just like any other city. Some people are gonna love it, some people not so much. My goal in this video is gonna be basically twofold. First, I want to give you a layout and a description of basically the 7 major neighborhoods that make up downtown San Diego. And the second goal of this video is to give you 5 reasons I think that you should consider living in downtown San Diego. But like I said, the city isn't going to be for everybody. You might love it or you might not so much. The first thing to know about living in downtown San Diego is going to be it's a very small city, especially compared to other major cities like New York, San Francisco, maybe Chicago. You kind of get the idea. If you've lived in other major cities, in downtown San Diego, it's going to feel pretty tiny. That's one of the things I actually love about it. Let's say I'm in like Little Italy and I want to shoot all the way over to East Village to catch a San Diego Padres game. Little Italy is basically about as far as you can get from East Village. You're crossing the whole city to get from one to the other. So you're gonna have several options to get there. You can walk. A walk from Little Italy to East Village will take you about 30 minutes or so, depending on how fast you're walking. If you opt for maybe an Uber or a Lyft, you're looking at probably 7 to 8 minutes. Just kind of depends on traffic. Same thing for hopping on an electric scooter, which are available everywhere in this city, at least at the time of recording this video. All right, so you can see how many scooters there are. So right now I'm over in East Village, kind of by Petco Park. So no shortage of electric scooters. And you can see there's another whole set of them up here. So, I mean, there's just tons and tons and tons of electric scooters down here. It's a super easy city to travel and get around in. The second thing to know is there are 7 distinct neighborhoods that make up downtown San Diego. You're gonna have the Columbia District, you're gonna have Cortez Hill, Little Italy, East Village, Bankers Hill, you're gonna have Core, the Gaslamp Quarter, and the Marina District. So you can pretty much live in all of the neighborhoods except for Core. So I'm going to give you a brief breakdown for each neighborhood, but if you want to see any of these in like more detail, I did neighborhood vlogs for pretty much all of them where I spent the entire day in each one. So I'll have those links below in the comments. So this is going to be the Columbia District, which is actually downtown San Diego's most kind of luxurious and expensive neighborhood to live in, although it has options in most of the different price ranges. It's going to be like those iconic high rises you see along the bayfront. You know, you see it on a lot of different websites, backdrops, postcards, all that good kind of stuff. So it's all those high rises along the water, which is right behind me. So that's going to be Savina, the newest high rise down here, super popular. And then there's the Grand, or Bayside's behind that, the Grand, a couple other very popular buildings. Very good place to live. So what is really good about this area as well is it's very, the Bay Walk in the Bay is very walkable, just across the train tracks over here, and you have all the restaurants, the walkway, and all that good stuff, and all the water things you can enjoy down there. But you're also going to be right next to Little Italy. So you can have all those amazing restaurants along India Street that you can enjoy. It's pretty much right outside your door. So it's a very good place to live, Columbia District. Number 2 is going to be the Marina District. It's going to be a super popular area. It's located kind of right between the Gaslamp Quarter and the Columbia District. It has some very expensive condo options, similar, I'd say, to the Columbia District, but it also has some more affordable options as well. If I had to pick one area, let's say in the entire city, as being the most family friendly, it would definitely be the Marina District. You're going to have parks. You have the main grocery store for downtown, the Ralph's, which is right there. It's going to be a much quieter area than the Gaslamp for sure, but you can easily walk into the Gaslamp and enjoy the high energy if you want to. You're also going to have like the Children's Museum in the Marina District, so it's pretty family friendly. It's also, so location wise, going to be right next to the San Diego Convention Center as well, just across the train tracks and trolley tracks. And you're also really close to Seaport Village and the headquarters for like shopping and restaurants if you want like an alternative option to, let's say, like the Gaslamp. So the neighborhood of Little Italy is the place to be right now for downtown San Diego, and probably for San Diego in general. I'm probably a little bit biased, I admit it, but it's extremely popular right now and continues to grow. It has the best collection of great restaurants. Sorry, Gaslamp, maybe in the entire San Diego. It's up there at least. So the outdoor setups right now are all still in place. It's an amazing experience. Your choices are going to be like great Italian food, steak, seafood, other combinations. It's incredible. So the main drag is going to be like India Street. Although Kettner is getting pretty busy as well now, but if you head to like India and West State Street, kind of if you want to walk around and check it out, you'll be super central right there. So there's going to be condos in the area that are kind of pretty affordable, at least by like downtown San Diego standards, and there's a ton of apartments in Little Italy for rent. So you don't get like the high rises in Little Italy like you would in other parts of the city because it's so close to the airport, and a high rise being that close could potentially interfere with like the landing or takeoffs of the airplanes. All right, so the next neighborhood is going to be East Village. The thing to know about East Village is it's a huge place. It's the largest of the neighborhoods downtown San Diego by far. When people talk about homeless in East Village and being gross, that kind of stuff, they're usually talking about the part of East Village that is closest to the 5 freeway. The reason you tend to get a concentration of homeless in that area is there's a lot of like city homeless facilities, and it's where the services are. So it makes sense, right? I'm talking like 15th, 16th, 17th, kind of near Island and Imperial, that area. All right, so down in East Village right now, I'm actually right next to the Petco Park. So there's a Padres game going on right now. That's why it's a little bit louder. This is going to be 9th and Island. So this is definitely probably my favorite part of East Village and where I would recommend living. But there's other good parts as well. So it's my personal opinion. But that would be like 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th, and anything like off Market, J, or Island Street. So you're going to get everything from like luxury high-rise condo options where you can see like the bay and the ocean inside Petco Park. You're also going to get more affordable options as well, like mid-rise apartments. There's a little bit of something for most people. So anyway, if you're thinking about moving down to East Village, this is a pretty good spot to check out. Cortez Hill is going to be located up on Cortez Hill. It's a smaller area, one of the smallest in downtown San Diego. It's primarily made up of apartments and condos. So most of the price points in this area are going to be average as far as for like downtown San Diego standards. Some, I'd say like on the lowest side for the area or for the city. There's a super friendly family park up there with a playground called Tweed Street Linear Park, very popular. All right, so this is going to be Tweed Street Linear Park up in Cortez Hill. So you can see behind me, I mean, it's a great neighborhood here at the top of downtown San Diego. Some different condo options and whatnot. And this park is very popular. It's great for kids, a little playground just behind me. If you can see it in the distance, places to walk. Biggest problem up here though is going to be the freeway noise. Let's check this out. 1 second. Right there. So if you're thinking about living up here, something to keep in mind for sure. Also, it's going to be super walkable like the rest of downtown, all the neighborhoods, but just keep in mind the problem is in the name Cortez Hill. You're going to be walking downhill to everything, but when you're done, you're going to be walking back uphill. So, and I can tell you that some of the hills in Cortez Hill get extremely steep. So just keep that in mind. All right, so we're in Bankers Hill. So this is still considered downtown San Diego. I'm literally right under the flight path to the airport. So that's the number one thing you have to consider if you're thinking about living up here in Bankers Hill, is where the airplane trajectory is and if that noise is going to bother you. So it's pretty loud, something to keep in mind. But otherwise, there's going to be a mixture of like actual like houses up here. You're also going to have apartments, condominiums. It's all low-rise style because you can't have buildings where the airplanes are going to be landing. So pretty reasonable prices too. So but anyway, biggest thing up here, and there's some like little shops and cafes and bars, but definitely the number one concern up here is going to be the airplane noise. So but some of the properties up here have amazing views of like the bay, see parts of the ocean, see like city lights depending where you're at. So anyway, this is Bankers Hill. All right, so right now we're down in the Gaslamp Quarter, which is probably downtown San Diego's most famous neighborhood. It's definitely a lot of fun. It's also I think it's the smallest neighborhood down here. It's only really 4th, 5th, and 6th. We're on 5th right now. But it's definitely, like I said, the most popular and probably the most famous. But what a lot of people don't understand is that a lot of people actually don't live in the Gaslamp Quarter. There are options to live here, but not as many as like some of the neighborhoods that are around the neighborhood. So there's going to be like a few condos, and then there's going to be some apartments as well. So I mean, some people do live down here, but the vast majority of people that live in downtown don't live in this area. So, but it is a ton of fun to visit. Lots of restaurants, nightclubs, cafes, shops, retail shops, hotels. All that good stuff is going to be right here in the Gaslamp Quarter. Okay, so the final neighborhood that I need to cover for downtown San Diego is going to be Core. So, unless you're going to work, maybe you're going to court, hope not. A concourse, possibly. The only reason you probably would be in Core is you're driving or walking through. So there's almost no options to live there. So be aware of Core, but you're probably not going to be spending a lot of time there. All right, that was a lot, I know, but until you know the actual neighborhoods, the distinct neighborhoods of downtown San Diego, you don't really know it. So, all right. Let's get back to it and hop into thing to know number 3. Downtown San Diego is a pretty clean city. So especially compared to other major cities, most of the city sidewalks are cleaned and power washed on at least once a month. So the Gaslamp Quarter actually gets power washed once a week. So they try to keep it really clean. When you hear about people complaining maybe about smells or dirtiness, that kind of stuff, it probably means that part of the city, wherever they were, is getting pretty close to their time to get power washed. But they do clean it up at least once a month. So Clean and Safe San Diego, they're the ones that do the power washing. They do a great job of keeping things clean. They also clean up like graffiti. They assist with like homeless issues. They service trash pickup. They do a pretty good job overall keeping the city very clean. So number 4 is going to be you have options as far as transportation. Which isn't the case in most of San Diego. Downtown San Diego, it is going to be the case. You're going to have transportation options. So you can walk pretty much anywhere in downtown San Diego, kind of like I mentioned before. It's not a huge place, but walking is definitely feasible. You're also going to have electric scooter options. They've basically taken over the entire city. I use this all the time in addition to my own personal electric skateboard. You're also going to have the trolley as an option to get around. It can take you throughout like San Diego County. You're going to have the train station, or Amtrak at Santa Fe Depot. Not to mention, you're only about 5 to 7 minutes away from the International Airport. So transportation around downtown San Diego is pretty good. So, and thing to know number 5 about downtown San Diego is it is a super fun place to live. No doubt about it. You have a wide range of ages of people who are living there. There's great restaurants, shops, museums, galleries, cafes, bars, and nightclubs. Options for boating on the water, on the bay. Coronado is a short ferry trip away. It's also like a tourist destination too. Don't forget that. So you're going to have all the touristy type of activities available to you that you can enjoy. For example, the San Diego Zoo is within walking distance. So it's, or probably more realistically, you're going to take a short Uber ride, but you could walk there. So many amazing things that you can do. Living here never gets old. Right, so that's my take and breakdown on whether you should live in downtown San Diego. There are so many options for living in the city. It's really hard to go wrong. It's hard to go wrong in San Diego in general. Let me know what you like or don't like about downtown San Diego in the comments. Always love to read those. And don't forget to subscribe and smash that like button if you found this content useful or entertaining. If you're moving to, from, or within San Diego, I'm always happy to help, so don't be shy about reaching out. Publish videos at least once a week, usually more at this point, so check back soon. If you're looking for your next video, check this one out. I think you might like it. Have an amazing day, and I will see you on the next one.